What's good, everybody? It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, back with another video. Your favorite nappy-headed producer, rocking the baby nappy fro. But that's besides the point. Today we're gonna be talking about these big old speakers right here, the brand new speakers from the guys at Kali Audio, the IN8, and their top of the line, high-end speaker that they have right at this moment. We're gonna talk about these because I know you guys have been asking about them and wondering about them. So here is the review. Now I do want to say before we get into this video, Kali Audio did send me these pair of monitors for testing purposes. I got them a little ahead of time, so I had them for about a month now, but they did not sponsor this video whatsoever. They're not paying me to say anything about this speaker. I'm gonna give you my honest opinions about it, having these a month, mixing and listening to music through them, and just tell you if they're worth your money or not. Should you look elsewhere? And I do appreciate that from the guys at Kali Audio, you know, because I love their LP8s and LP6s, so trying these out will be just as good, hopefully. You'll find out. Watch the video. So like I said, I had speakers for about a month now, so I think I got a pretty good grasp on them. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video and talk about these. So make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and SoundCloud, Mr. Different TV, so you can see when I get new gear and post it and all that good stuff. So what are the Kali Audio IN8s? Well, this is their brand new flagship studio monitor. This is a three-way coaxial speaker. Now you're probably thinking yourself, what is coaxial and how are these three-way? They look like standard two-ways. Now, first, coaxial just means two speakers on top of each other. Usually it's like a low frequency or mid driver on top of a tweeter. And then three-way speaker just means you have three different speakers dealing with different frequencies. Now, as you can see, it does look like a standard two-way speaker, but you have a mid driver, a tweeter, and then your low driver. So basically you have the coaxial drivers right here, which is the tweeter and the mid frequency driver. And then you have the low frequency driver right here. So that's what makes these kind of special. They're pretty much two different types of speakers put into one. Now, standard three-way and coaxial speakers are pretty expensive by themselves, usually running between $1,000 and up for a speaker, not to mention a pair is like, you know, double that, of course. So yeah, seeing this in an affordable price, which I'll get to that later in the video, and having it both three-way and coaxial is a very dope and a very kind of risky move that Kali Audio is taking, because you know they're merging two different types of technologies to make you a budget really high-end speaker, which is pretty dope right there. Now, as you can see, they kind of look like the LP8s and LP6s, which I do love. So if you are familiar with those lines of speakers, which are still amazing speakers, you'll be right at home with these. They have the same design, like I said, except for they have three different drivers, of course. They're a little bit taller than the 8, so I will keep that in mind. They're a little bit taller by a couple inches. They're taller than the LP8s. They had that same dope porthole, and they have a cool little LED that's turned off right now, kind of unplugged, but it actually switches between blue and orange depending on, you know, if it's on, it'd be blue, and orange means it's in a self-powered mode, which I want to talk about that. When no audio was going through these speakers, they actually self-powered itself off and be like a kind of a low-powered version of itself, or like a sleep mode, essentially. And then when you turn audio or you start playing audio through these speakers, they actually cut back on, which I think is a very dope design. I like to see that on more speakers. I know higher-end speakers have that feature, but having it in kind of a budget-friendly option is pretty dope, and hopefully it'll be in like their Mark II of the LP6 and the LP8s in the future, if you know that's something they can do and still keep the price down, because that's a dope feature. And it has a built-in limiter, so you don't, you know, blow these speakers when you're cranking too much energy through them. Now on the back, I'm not going to flip around, but I will show some B-roll. On the back, you have the standard cool diagram that's very easy to follow to help you tune these to your room, which I love them. It's the same one on the LP6s, LP8s. Of course, you have all your connections. You have your RCA, you have your TRS, and you also have your XLR connections for outputs, so, or inputs, whatever you, would it be output or input? Whatever, input to the speaker, output through the speaker. So you can connect it to pretty much any interface or any setup, and I do like that. So there's always a way of connecting these, which more speaker companies need to start doing it and stop giving you two choices or one choice, depending on what they feel like is appropriate for the time. Just give us all three choices, it makes it better. You have your cool volume knob, you have a power switch, and then you have your EQ switches to tune it based off the diagram, so you can tune these to your room and, you know, get it to sound right. And that's what I like about the LP6s and the LP8s, and also these, they're very easy to set to your room, and they usually sound pretty good in bedroom studios, and that's what these kind of speakers are designed for. So what do I actually think about these speakers? Because this is the hard part. It's kind of hard to give you an audio demonstration. And I do want to say this, anytime you're watching a video about studio monitors and they play audio through their camera audio or their microphone or whatever like that, that's not a representation of what these sound like. So it's going to be hard to tell you, to kind of show you what they sound like. I'm just going to tell you what I experienced with them. And I would suggest you going somewhere like Sweetwater, ZZ Sound, or other places that sell Cali Audio speakers that give you a 30-day warranty. That way you can buy them. Probably a pay-as-you-go plan. That's what I like to do, the pay-as-you-go plan. And then you can try them out, see if you like them. If you don't like them, you can return them back and, get your money back. So do keep that in mind. But from my experiences with these speakers, they are amazing. And I don't want to say that to be like sound like I'm a shield or sound like I'm being paid to say that, but they honestly are good. Like I said, I had the LP8s for over a year and some change now, and I really love the LP8s. I think they're my favorite budget speakers, especially for the price point. If you want to go even cheaper and still have even better still have good monitors, the LP6s are just as good, just not with the bass frequency. Now these are everything I love, or everything I want. Now I've noticed as soon as I plug these up and I unplugged my LP8s, I plugged these up, I heard more detail in the mid frequencies and the high frequencies. Now, that's a good thing about three-way speakers. You get more detail in those critical frequencies. So basically, with that extra driver focusing on the mids and making sure the mids sound good, it just opened up more detail to my songs and clarity. I was able to hear stuff better. I was able to mix vocals a whole lot easier into my mix. The highs are still nice and crispy, but not too harsh or anything like that. The lows are even more punchier because now the low frequency crossover is a little bit lower. So the bass the bass driver is mostly focusing on the critical parts of the lows, and the lows just sound super punchy and hard. The bass is in your face, especially when you get these tuned. And I didn't use any of my speaker calibration software either. I just strictly plugged them up and been using them for a month without using that, and they sound amazing. I can only imagine what it would sound like once I use my SonarWorks calibration software. I can only imagine it would sound a lot better, which I'm probably gonna do later on today. But just out of the box, once you set them up, you set the EQ to your room, they are amazing. I have to say, these are some of the best, I will say, I don't want to say entry level, but budget high-end speakers out there. Like, for one, the full price for these is $800, so it's $400 a pair. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, that's a lot of money, Slim. But think about it. Like I said, most speakers in this same type of design are $1,000 and up for one speaker. You get under $1,000, you're getting two speakers. Like I said, if you don't want to go with these, you can definitely go with the LP8s. The LP8s are $400 for both of those speakers. So if you want a speaker with a big driver and all that, low end, all that, get the LP8s. If you want to save money, get the LP6s. I don't recommend these for beginners. Now, these are not beginner entry level speakers. The LP6s and the LP8s are beginner speakers. Get those. Don't get these if you're a beginner. But if you're somebody who's been mixing for a bit of time, like me, I've been mixing for 10 years now, since I was 16 years old. Yeah, I'm ready for a higher end set of monitors, and these are perfect for me. Like I say, they don't break the bank. Even though I got sent free, I would still buy a pair of these, and I still keep my LP8s because they're still good monitors, and I could travel with those now. And I like that I got them put up, and I can just travel with them anytime I go to another studio, go out of state, or anything like that, do sessions with other artists. I could take my LP8s with me, but these are gonna sit right in my home studio, and I love them. Like I said, the detail, the clarity, the low end is amazing. Also, they say you can turn these on your side and you still have a nice sweet spot, which the sweet spot is super wide and detailed, and it's just great. But who turns their speaker on the side? Only crazy people do that, or we don't do that. Keep it straight up and down, just, unless it's designed to be like that. But yeah, overall, I really enjoy these studio monitors. I mean, they're great for the price. If you're ready for a higher end speaker without breaking the bank, these are definitely ones to go for. If you're still in that budget range, you don't want to spend too much, I highly recommend looking into the LP8s, or even better, the LP6s, because they are more affordable and they still sound great. But if you want that detail, clarity, three-way design, that cool feature where it goes in sleep mode, and just an all-out good experience, the IN8s might be a look into. Now, what I do want to say for Cali Audio, where's the sub at? Where's that sub? I'm waiting on my sub. I want to see that sub. I want to use that sub. So hurry up and get that sub done. Also, I would like to see Cali Audio do something else. And not just a regular speaker, but I'd like to see them make their own version of a reference monitor, such as a Mixcube or the NS10s. Maybe their own design and sort of a reference kind of monitor to kind of reference your music through. So hopefully Cali Audio is working on something like that. I don't know if they are. I don't have no insider information, but I would like to see that next. But this is definitely a dope entry in there. Like I said, next is gonna be their sub, and then who knows what Cali Audio's got coming up next. I can only imagine, but yeah, I really do like the IN8s. Like I said, check out your local Sweetwater, ZZ Sound, or any online distributor that does speakers. Try them out, like I said, and if you don't like them, like I said, make sure you get like a 30-day return and that. But I think you will like these if you're ready for that higher end set of studio monitors. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy. Like always, it's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different. Hope you enjoyed my review of the Cali Audio IN8s. Great studio monitors, very good. I like them. I'm using them. I'm loving them. But with that being said, we guys enjoy always, and I will catch you guys on the next video or in the next video, whatever it is. But yeah, catch you guys later. Have a good one, everybody.